Hey everybody, Michelle with Triangle Social Media here. Excited to come to you live on this Wednesday and invite other business owners to come on and introduce you to, maybe ask questions and get to know who's in our business community, either locally or around the world. You never know. Um, so my name's Michelle. I own Triangle Social Media, help people with social media management, social media coaching, fun workshops, and interviews like this. And Jennifer, I have my guest today. I would love you just to go ahead and introduce yourself. Tell everybody what it is that you do, Jennifer.
Hello, everyone. I am Jennifer Sabatini, and I am the owner of Casual Artworks. We create custom home decor and signs like the beautiful welcome sign that's behind me. If I can get the right hand up, it's weird being flip-flopped. So I customize and then I work with people's sign ideas and gift ideas so that I can bring that to life for them. And the word casual, if anybody looks at the way my business is spelled, it was actually originated for my daughter, and the CAS and casual are her initials.
Oh, that is so cool. So does that have something to do with the way you started, or how did you get started with your business?
Yes, so I actually created casual artworks because my daughter is very talented in painting, drawing, and her creativity, and we wanted to prove to her that it wasn't just mom, dad, and the family that was interested in her paintings. So we
Mm,
opened the business and we've sold her paintings and shipped them across the country um, for
wow.
for yoga studios, businesses up in DC, out to Illinois, down to Florida, and out to Colorado. So we have sent quite a few of hers, but now she's in college, so she doesn't have time to create as much. And then when the pandemic hit, I lost my job. So
Mm,
I am not one to sit still. I like to be creative. So my portion of Casual Artworks was born thanks to
okay.
the pandemic.
So that's kind of part of an evolving story. Can you share more? Like, how did you transition everything?
At first, I started just doing things for friends, and like I said, I don't like sitting still. And when I'm sitting still, and I'm bored. That's never a good combination. So I like to keep my hands busy, and I just started messing around, and I made a couple of business logo signs for some friends that were hand painted.
Hmm.
And then they asked me to make one for when they go to events. She's a cookie designer and she wanted one that says cookies with a whisk and a rolling pin. And so I made it for her and she loved it. And she goes, you should really make those 5-foot welcome signs that everybody loves. And I was like, you're crazy. Nobody wants that. And I did a Facebook post and said, who would be interested? And
Hmm.
that was Mother's Day weekend 2020. And they started blowing up my Facebook and my phone. And
Wow.
hence, I grew 270% last year over 2020.
Ooh, that's
So,
exciting. Wow.
yes, so we're growing.
I love that. I love that. So, what would you say has been the biggest challenge for you in your business?
The biggest challenge for me is competing with the promptness or the instant gratification of Amazon and the prices. So when people go to those places and they see signs, or they go to Hobby Lobby or one of the big box stores and they
Hmm.
see these signs and they're on sale for $19 or $20,
Hmm.
um, they want to know why my prices are higher. And so my biggest challenge is nicely pointing out that most of those products are not real wood. They're made by a machine and they're not sealed properly to weather the North Carolina extreme temperature changes and weather that we get. Where
Yeah.
when I do my signs, they are specially sealed with a UVA and a UVB protectant, as
Hmm.
well as it protects the wood or metal or glass or whatever I'm doing
Hmm.
from the extreme temperature changes that occur in North
Yeah.
Carolina.
Right. Right.
This weekend was a perfect example.
It totally. Yes. It got cold after being hot. That's
Yes.
crazy. So, is that part of the process? You want to talk a little bit more about your process and how you do things?
Yes. So when someone says, I would like a custom sign, usually they send me a picture, or we sit down and we have coffee and I'm drawing it out on my order form and trying to really understand, where it's going, the size, the meaning and the feelings behind it and their color schemes, the fonts, all that kind of stuff.
Wow.
So then once I get home and I start the creation process, I then each step of the way from painting or staining the wood to laying out vinyl or doing the custom paint job for like the beach scenes and sunsets. And now I'm working on a 3D mountain wall hanger. And so there at every step, I'm texting pictures, asking for confirmation and approval before I go to the next step, because once it's either adhered, glued, or sealed, it's not coming back up. And it means I would have to scrape it all off, resand it, and start all over again.
Wow.
So to save everybody trouble, and I also don't accept payment as part of my process. I do not accept payment until you have it in your hands and you love it 100% and are oohing and awing. I've had some people cry and give hugs. It just depends on what it is. So that also sets me aside, because if you don't like it, then I don't want to take your money, and I don't want anybody to be upset and then go out in the community and say, oh my gosh, that was awful. I can't believe I paid money.
I'm sure that does not happen.
No, it hasn't. I have had people bring me other people's signs that were made for them, and they've asked me to fix them because they were not what expected. So I don't want that. I've seen enough of that in the last 2 years that I don't want that to be me, that somebody does that on one of mine. So I do not accept payment until after you love it.
Okay. And what is the approximate turnaround time? I guess it might depend.
It does depend on the weather. The more humid it is, if you are getting a stained board like the one behind me, in North Carolina, when it's really humid, it takes longer for that to cure enough to put vinyl or other embellishments on there. So, and I do bring a lot of them inside. So it usually 3 to 7 days. Christmas time, I need about 10 days because the volume is so high and I'm in so many retail shops and I'm doing Christmas events that by the time I have time to also do orders, that I need at least 10 days, because I am a one-woman shop.
Okay. So you mentioned that you're in a lot of local shops. So where are those generally? Is it only in North Carolina?
Right now, yes. I am in Wake Forest. I'm in Franklinton. I'm in Raleigh. I used to be in Fuquay, but that store closed. So, yes. So I'm in quite a few.
And do you also ship anywhere?
Yes. The only thing I have a hard time shipping is the one behind me, because it's so heavy and it's 5 feet. I could do 46.5 inches tall and do those, and the shipping would be about $22. Once you go over 48 inches tall, with my signs, it doubles to triples the shipping cost for UPS.
Oh, wow. Okay. So what is your favorite? Do you have a favorite piece that you like to work on, or certain image?
My favorite is the artistic ones where they have an idea and they're not sure what they want or how they want it, and I get to just have like free creative reign. So I've done a lot of 3-dimensional pieces lately, where it's a base sign and then either the beach, the waves, or the palm tree, or now I'm working on one that has mountains and skis. Those are then laid on top of the board, and they're more 3-dimensional, and it gives more texture and color and things to their wall hangings. So,
right.
But then I also have a sense of humor. So then I do things like, I just started doing the mugs, and it says, no talking until coffee. So I like having a sense of humor with some of my signs.
Oh, you got to have fun. That's part of the journey. Yes. So I'm curious if, have you ever considered doing like classes? Is that in your realm of possibility?
Yes, I am available to come to businesses and do like an employee workshop, or if your house is big enough or your yard is big enough and it's weather cooperates, I can do groups. I also have held classes at Green Hill and Company in Franklinton. I did one last fall, and it was a 2-sided sign that said "Happy Fall, y'all, and let it snow." And then I just finished one that said hello spring and hello summer. And even though you provide them with a template and an example, every single one of them came out different, and they have a lot of fun.
Mhm.
They're usually on Thursday evenings or Sunday afternoons, but could be anytime.
Awesome. Awesome. So Casual Artworks.
Mhm.
And of course, I know you're on Facebook. Where else are you social media wise so people can follow you?
I am on Instagram with Casual Artworks, and
Mhm.
I'm also on LinkedIn.
Awesome. And so definitely invite you to share links in the thread of the videos. And I have shared the places where this video is being broadcast so that people can connect, follow, look at your examples. Now, do you have a website with pictures there?
I do not currently. I do have a
Okay.
Google business page that also
Okay.
has pictures, posts, and some videos.
Yeah.
I am working on Shopify. Some of
Right.
the other websites that are for makers and avenues that there are a lot of hidden stuff there. So I have
Mhm.
been researching very carefully before I put my items somewhere
Sure.
out there
Hmm.
because a lot of people are now if you're not trademarking or copywriting your designs, they are selling your designs out from underneath you to another maker.
Wow. I didn't
So
realize that.
I'm being
Hmm.
extremely careful where I
Hmm.
do it. So I'm gonna do my own like a probably not
Hmm.
Etsy, but we'll
Yeah.
do Shopify very shortly. It's in the works.
Yeah. Well, good. So definitely we'll share, your LinkedIn, your Facebook, excuse me, your Instagram. Invite everybody to connect with Jennifer. Check out more posts and pictures that she has of examples of all of the creative, beautiful artwork. And we'll look forward to, seeing you succeed and just spread the word about what you do. And I appreciate you coming on today, Jennifer.
Well, thank you so much, Michelle. I appreciate it.
Yeah. All right. You guys have a great day, and we'll see everybody next Wednesday at noon. Social Soundbites. Bye bye.
Bye.